Hi guys, I'm back with the Bluebells and Buttercups, and we are doing the very last page. Now I've cut everything out, I've stuck everything down, and this one is going to form like a little pocket on it. Sorry, I'm just looking for the piece that goes here. It's right here. This one is cut 8 by 8 1/4. And one more thing before we get onto the cover. These are quite, as you can see, I've allowed extra space here. So I am going to cut strips to put there because I just think it'll look better. These I'll probably leave. They don't really need anything in between. It's optional. But yeah, I'll definitely be cutting that there. Now, so this is the bottom piece that I've chosen for here, and then we have this piece which is going to form like a box, and this is the flap for it. Now I have, because of the picture on this or the design, I've cut a rectangular box. I just wanted to have a peekaboo type window here, and there's no particular size, okay? So whatever the pattern is on the paper you're using, just cut it any size you want, basically, just to add an extra feature there. And then what I did is I glued my paper down and then I cut it. It's just easier that way. But before I glued my paper down, I've had these big magnets left, so I added the magnet and then I glued the paper down. And of course I've put these on top, which I will only stick onto the bottom piece once everything is glued into place, because you know it could shift. But I put them there because I didn't want to forget, because I have forgotten before to put magnets. Right, so this box lengthways, again I was trying to save paper with this, plus use up some of the strips. So what I did is, lengthways all the way is 9 1/4, okay, and then widthways it's actually 8 3/4 inches. The 10 3/4 is the whole thing. So if you don't want to do your strips to save paper, you can cut it 10 3/4. Okay, so these strips now, I think one strip I cut 2 inches, and then I just scored half an inch in, and then I scored 3 times, so it leaves you another half an inch to glue on. And this one you can see I left half an inch, and then I scored 4 times. Okay, leaving about 1/8 of an inch in between each one, just to make it it is a little bit wider than that, but you know, I just did it that way. So this now is the first thing to be glued down, and I haven't taken the film off yet on this side, which I will do, so we won't see those, so that it can actually stay all my scribblings. So I am going to do like so, more or less. I'm just positioning it next to the cover there, just to give me an idea of where I want it to go. So that should be, there we go, more or less over there. So I'm just going to glue that down. So just eyeball it more or less to where you want it to go, and then you're going to glue this part down. Let's move it closer to there. Yeah, that is perfect. And then we can again just eyeball it. Just a little bit on either side. Make sure it's still straight here. That should be fine. Just line it up as best you can, and that should be fine. Double check. I think this one can come in a little bit more. Perfect, that's fine. where is my bone folder, and just stick that down nicely. Then we can take another side and we're going to glue that down. And let's just turn it so I can see what's going on, because you want it to be nice and even. With this. Oops. And that should be about right. You want it straight. Come on. There we go. Just aligning it. Where's my big ruler? I kept it here. Alright, it's not here. It's there. You can use your ruler to make it, to align it nicely. Provided the ruler does, there we go. That's better. Another side has come too far. So that, I think, is fine. And then I'm just going to press it down. I've got my scraper. I use this to scrape any leftover glue on my desk. Then we have this, and which way does it go? No, it goes that way. So I'm not gonna, once again, I'm not gonna put glue there until, and you know what I haven't done, which I was supposed to do when the flap was open. You know what I haven't done, hey? I haven't taken the film off, but fortunately it is easy enough to do. There we go. So make sure you take your film off there. Where's my little brush? Oh, why are you coming off? So you can just let that dry a little bit and hope it goes in nicely. And then this one is going to be the same, obviously. And then you can just, yeah, press it down and hope it's straight. So I'm going to do that. It's probably an easier way to do it, that I haven't figured it out. Hey, come on. Seriously, they should make these glue bottles softer. Especially for us that have problems with our hands, because yeah, it's hard. I don't have much strength in my hands anymore. Which can become a problem, people. No, stop sticking to the, let's get this out and proper in. It's proper. I find if you get one part right, then you can fiddle with the rest to get it right. Although I think this needs just to go back a little bit. I'm sure someone will come up with a better way of doing this. If you do, please let me know. I love to learn. Oh gosh, learning is good. Okay, I'm just going to fiddle with this now because I'm getting irritated until it gets right. haven't told you how to cut this guy, which I will tell you in a moment. So now that it's all squared up, and looking good. So this guy is actually 3 3/4. You know me, I always like to double check because that looks, yeah. So this part is 2 3/4, the actual flap itself. Then you've got another 1/2 inch for the fold and another 1/2 inch for the flap. So altogether it's 3 3/4. So that is right. And then you can see I've just made a few bends. Actually, you only need to do one. You only need 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch. You don't need to do the ones in the middle like I've done. I was actually experimenting there. And where is my, there it is. This guy, I think I need to clean it because I dirtied it a bit here, so I'm going to have to fix that somehow. So now you can, you know what I didn't do? A little bit of glue, which you can actually put before you slide it in, guys. And just press it down and stick it nicely. And there you have a lovely little box to put more photographs in. You know, sometimes, I don't know about you guys, but I have photographs that are not quite as nice as I would like them to be, and I will put them in a spare little place like this box. Or you can also make extra photo mats to go in here. But it's also a nice place, I think, for memorabilia. And yeah, that one has come off, so I'm just going to press it down. I could have done it more at the edge, but you know what, this is the way I've done it and I'm okay with that. Come on now, why aren't you sticking? Let's give it a good press. There we go. Now it's sticky. Now you can see I need to just put a little bit more glue on the edge here because it's gaping a bit. So I'm just going to do that quickly because I don't want it to gape. Don't want it to gape. And then of course make sure it sticks down. Yeah. So there's your flap after much fiddling. And then of course once your paper is in here, it'll look super. And in this takes a lot, and I'm still going to obviously cover that there. Now the other thing I want to do with you in this tutorial, I mean it's fairly easy, I'm sure you all know how to do it, but just in case someone doesn't, you can use tape if you want. Again, I prefer my glue. I know my glue is not going to come off. So I am now going to, this feels a bit stiff to me, so I'm just going to do like so and like so, like so. You see now why I left that extra gap, because of this guy. Okay, it's important. And this needs to stick a bit more there. Where's the plastic ruler? It's easier to use your plastic ruler rather than the metal because of the magnets. So I just want to secure that. Let me check the other side. There we go. Now, what we're going to do, this is number 1. so I am going to just clip this down. You can see I haven't done all the papers yet. I want to make sure this doesn't slide. Maybe I should have put a magnet in there. Anyway, so I'm going to put glue, but I'm going to leave at least 1/8 of an inch margin there. I'm not going to glue it right down. That's very, very important. It's something I did a few times when I made my first albums. So give yourself leeway. Start from the top. Because you've got all this space to stick. And of course you're going to do the same thing on the other side. You do not want your pages flush against that. And yes, I'm using my fingers, or you can use a brush if you want, because I don't want it to spread where it shouldn't be spreading, the glue, you know. And then this is the first one. Let me take out, I have already cut the inner for this. Make sure your inner is not in there. Okay. And then just slide it on. And then do like so, and that is perfect. Too much. See that? It's very easy for it to go down. I just want to check. Perfect. Perfect. So it's about 1/8 of an inch that you always are going to leave. Did I forget to put magnets here? I think I did, eh? And I can see you guys, you're all nodding your head. Don't forget magnets. Obviously, I'm not going to be selling this journal unless I put I can still put a closure on there. And in case you did the same as me, all you're going to do, let's say this strip, because no, there's definitely no magnet there. You can still do it, guys. You can add it, cut your strip to fit nicely, and you can, and probably a wider one, and you can still put a magnet. You can even take it up to here. That will actually look very nice, you know that, because I forgot the magnet. So I think I'm going to do that, because I can't have it flapping. No, I can't have it flapping. And then you want to let it dry well. So, and of course I will add a magnet here and a magnet underneath the belly band. Okay. And then I also like to open it and do it from the inside to make sure it really sticks like I want it to stick. And this one, I am going to press it down. I seriously need to clean this guy. Yeah, that's why I got dirty. Make sure your tools are clean and they haven't got your sticky fingers all over it. And that's how you put your might as well do another one. Why not? They're ready to go in. They are ready to go in. So I'm going to do it with you. Now I just got to remember, yes, that one is going to be the last one, and this will be the next. So let's go. Let's do it. I have finished with the Bluebells and Butterfly mini album. It's been a while. It's been a while since I made one, but here we go. Now I've decorated the cover. It's very simple. I had this beautiful trim from Portugal, and this one as well, but I know you can get that anywhere. This I'm not so sure. Anyway, and then I just, very simple, because you know this is a busy background. So I just added, I used my little, where are they? You know, these guys. The foam, what are these called? Foam 3D pads, okay. Just to give it a bit of interest there. So I put down these two. I fussy cut these from the cover of the collection pad, and you can see. And then here again, very simple. I've had this in my stash for a while. Oh, I'm just getting rid of all the, now I can see it in the light, you see, the glue gun. So this one, I've had it in my stash for a while. I just added some rickrack and my little bear because I think he's very cute. And of course that is the back. And yeah, so if you look at it, ignore that. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. And then, you know, I messed it up a little bit here on the side. It got dirty. So I added this gorgeous little, these rickracks on the inside of both covers. And I think it looks really nice. And I'm going to do that more often. I was just looking at my puppy Jota. That guy is a wild savage. That I adore. So I added this here, also fussy cut out with the foam, and of course, you know, this opens out, and it's got, I'm not going to take everything right out, and of course you know this already. So we have this gorgeousness. I added some paper on the back because, you know, this was showing. I forgot to tell you guys. I decided it needed something just a little bit to add to it, so I added these die cuts. They're Sizzix die cuts, and because it just needed a little bit of oomph, I felt. And anyway, so I added these, and I added them to the back, and then of course I had to add the paper to cover it, and of course the magnets as well. So you already know this part, you know, this opens out, so plenty of room. Oh, I forgot this one. Remember this? So this opens up, and of course this opens to another page for loads of photos. Okay, so that goes there, and then why are you falling? That goes there, and you know, this part here, I just felt it was too bare, so I've cut some paper to put, it was just glaring at me. I thought, no, I've got to put something down. I mean, this tutorial I quite ad-libbed it. So you saw me make all my mistakes. So you must know, when you make a mistake, it's okay. Just fix it. Very simple. Find a way to fix it. Everybody makes mistakes, guys. All of us. So don't worry about it when you do the same thing. Don't think it makes you any less than us ladies, I suppose, that do the tutorials. I mean, it took me a while to figure out how to do the pop-ups. I did that. I played with it using copy paper, you know, because obviously I'm not going to figure it out using cardstock. It's just, you know, expensive to do that. So I figured them out using copy paper, and I've kept those pieces as samples. So there you go. I think that looks so much better. And of course, you know, all this, and I just put two in here, and I put it just cardstock, so the photo can go directly on there. Can even put here if I don't know if I'm going to sell this, because this is not as perfect as I would want it, because I was mostly ad-libbing. That goes like so. So that goes, why isn't it closing now? Come now, be good. Yeah, just do that. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. So now you can see I added these edges, these borders all over the place. I added it on the belly band here, and you know, this one opens like so, and then I put two again, cardstock on top of cardstock. If you want to save paper, that's just a bit of glue, can rather than paper, because I use practically the whole pad. There's really, I might still make a journal from it. I'll see there isn't a lot left. So that goes in here. And then remember, I forgot to put magnets there. So if you ever do that, just add a little tab there. What's the matter, Jota? Jota wants to help me do this flip through. this is Jota. So this opens out like so, and I've got a little tab. I'm not going to take the whole all the way out, and I just added some cutouts there. And remember, I didn't like that I added that washi tape. It just didn't go, so I took it off. I've still got it here glued to something so I can use it for later. And I added these 2 fussy cut cakes there. And then again, I just used paper. I didn't even back it onto cardstock. You don't always need to. I mean, this is perfectly fine to use for the photograph. And of course, photographs can also go there. Jota, behave yourself. He just wants to play. My little ragamuffin, my little beastie. And of course, this is the pop out. Okay, and that comes out like so. My Jota is a Yorkie pom. So remember, and I added that there. And then of course, okay, now he wants to go to the floor. On each one, oh, that one hasn't got it, but each one has its pull out. They're all more or less the same, again with just simple cutouts. These I measured are 7.5, by the way, by 8. 7.5 by 8. So I hope you've enjoyed this free tutorial. One of these days I will be putting some up that will be paid. Well, I will be charging for them. So where am I going? We are here. So make the most of it. Grab them while you can, and I've shown you that. And I'm forgetting where I am. And this is the very simple one. It with 3 layered belly bands. And of course with that, I thought added it. I almost considered putting some, which you can do if you want, stickles on here, glittery stickles, but I decided against it, and of course just that. And in this one, it's that ginormous pocket, so I added a big one. And again, no backing onto cardstock. You don't always need to do that, like I said. And that gorgeous trim there. This one is twisted. Why are you twisted? Stay down. And of course, those are the pop-ups which I left bare. You can see I didn't quite get it in a straight line. And anyway, the photograph, there's no need to put paper on here. Just put your photograph straight on there. And, oh, it is in here. It is in here. I was just missing it. Yeah, so they each have one of the pull-outs. So then we have this, you know, this one, and again I just put in a big photo mat. Here I put 2 of those border trims and a little butterfly here. And then this opens here. Remember, I made this extra pocket because I had this piece, and I mean it's perfect for a pocket. I must rub that out. I'm probably going to use this for my sons. One of my sons, because it's not as perfect as I would like it for selling, or maybe I'll sell it at a reduced price. I'll see. Just more tabs, and of course more can go in here. And again, I just put cardstock on top of cardstock, and it looks pretty nice. I'm quite happy with the way it turned out. I just added this here. And then of course this is that big pocket which I got stuff to add in there. And this is like a belly band. I'm not sure if I'll use it as one, but it's, you know, it looks nice. That's what matters, isn't it? And then in here, like I said, there's still a lot more to go. You can just add, using your spares, pieces of paper. Am I missing one? Yeah, there's another one here, and I use again the strips. I'll probably make some more, and I use the strips, by the way, the leftover strips, to cut out my borders here. And then for photographs, I'll probably put photographs on the back. So that's that. I'm going to tell you, I'm not altogether happy how this turned out. So if you're going to follow this, I would make this, I made it too, because, you know, this is what I had in mind, but it didn't work out as great as I wanted it to. So I would just do, if you're going to make it, 1/2 inch there and 1/2 inch on the bottom. Okay, so it's a 1 inch thing. And then, as you can see, it should have gone in more. All right. So you can do that with yours if you're going to do this, because it is a nice album. It's just that I'm not, like I say, 100% happy with. And that's it, guys. And as you can see, I just put 3 rows of rickrack here. I think I need to put just a tiny bit more glue. And this guy on here, very simple. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Can you see that? Didn't come out. That I should have pulled it in more. And I'm not going to, I suppose I could. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to leave it because I might tear and stuff, and you know what? No. So I hope you enjoyed that, well, it wasn't a quick tutorial, but the mini album tutorial. And I love doing these in my albums and journals. So I'll see you again, guys, for another, I think I'm going to make another mini album, a smaller one this time. Free tutorial as well. So I hope you enjoyed that. I know I made a few mistakes, but it is what it is, and I will see you again soon. Give me a like and a subscribe if you enjoyed this, and hope to see you back. Bye now. Bye-bye.